Hi everyone and welcome to Stamp with Angela. I'm Angela Palmer and I'm excited to be here with you today to share some ideas with you to inspire and help you with your stamping and paper crafting. So thank you for joining me today being Waitangi Day. Happy Waitangi Day. Hope you're enjoying the public holiday if you are here in New Zealand. And whether that means more people than normal can join or not, I'm not sure, but I appreciate you being here. Or you may even get to watch this later, the recording. So thank you for joining me. Today, what I'd like to share with you is some ways to make some quick and easy cards. And I've chosen to make these more monochromatic. So one particular sort of color focus, and show you how you can easily make these cards with not need too many supplies as well. So I'm going to use the stamp set which is With You in Mind, and I really like this one because it's got some great sentiments and a reasonable size, so they can kind of be the focal point of the card, but some images as well that you can use in different ways. So we're going to go from quick and very quick and easy, and then just small ways that you can just step it up. So if you are joining me today, thank you. Let me know that you're here. Hi, Linda. If anyone else is here too, love to hear from you. So thank you for joining me. All right. And then after today's cards, I did mention that I'm going to share a little bit about celebration and some of my favorites and things and what's on offer. So we'll do that at the end too. All right. So let's switch desks and I will show you this wonderful set. All right, here we go. So this is the With You in Mind stamp set. So you can see nice big sentiments, happy birthday, best wishes, thank you, thinking of you. So that covers quite a few things. And then we've got some little images here that you can use in different ways too, which just adds to the card. So I'm going to show you what I've made and then we'll go through the steps of kind of stepping it up. All right. Hi Tash, thanks for joining us today as well. Appreciate you being here, and anyone else who's just joined us as well. All right, so let me just show you. So for this first card, I've kept it simple. I've just used a basic white thick cardstock base. I have used a paper that is monochromatic, and this is in Shy Shamrock. And then I've just stamped, so you would have seen this little cupcake around the back, and I'll show you how you can get some darker and lighter images. For this one, I stamped one here too, happy birthday, and then added some embellishments. And yeah, this one I've just added the dimensionals just to lift up as well. So you'll see this is just a card base and just one layer. Then I've gone for 2 layers. So you'll see this here. So this time I've gone for the card base to be Shy Shamrock. I've gone up for a basic white layer, and then I've gone with a slightly smaller piece of the color cardstock. This one's a thank you, so I've done some stars around it. So they're the even size borders. Then I have gone for something slightly different. So I've still got the card base. I've gone for a wider border here and then a narrower one here. So just to help that white sort of pop, makes the paper pop. And then I've done thinking of you and some flowers. I was thinking afterwards would have been probably quite nice to do some hearts for a thinking of you stamp as well. So they are fairly quick and easy cards. And then I've got another one that I did, and I just stepped up the image a little bit more, but we'll kind of get to that and I'll show you what it is. So if you're wondering what paper I have used in Celebration, there is some Blooms Impressions paper. And I'm just going to grab it. And you've probably seen this and thought, wow, that's very bright, that's very flowery, that's, quite busy. And sometimes a whole sheet can look quite busy. Gosh, looking on the screen looks really busy. But remember, there are 2 sides, and this works for some things, but there's also this. And look, here is that Shy Shamrock on the back. Some of them have got sort of bits of pattern. This one is kind of busy on both sides. There's this one here, which is Blackberry Bliss, which has also got that sort of monochromatic look. And there's another one which is blue somewhere, or maybe on the back one. Yeah, so this blue. So if you look on the packet, it will tell you what colours have been used. Oh, I've got it here. So remember, you can always see what colours have been used. Obviously, if it's watercoloured, then it might be a little bit of a paler look. But the blue we've got is the Azure Afternoon. So I've made this set here in the Shy Shamrock. The set we're going to make now, we're going to use blue. And if you don't know, blue is one of my favourite colours. So let's just kind of put them at the side and we'll go through the steps. So I've got my basic white card base, so it's just a standard A4 cut in half, 21 centimeters across by 14.8, scored at 10.5, and then this is just one layer, which is 10 by 14.3. So I'll show you two ways that you can do your background. So we'll make it a cake one too, so you can kind of see the same pattern. If you want it really light, you could just use a Versamark, and what we might do is so light you might not even be able to see it. It's actually very hard to see on this. If you had a plain piece of cardstock, let me just show you, it would probably show through a bit more. So you can see it on there, it does definitely show through. But on that pattern, not so much. Sorry, just moving the microphone away because I had a little tickle in my throat. Okay, so yeah, it hasn't really shown up on that pattern, but you can see on the plain cardstock, it shows really well. So let's go to the other option. We'll just give that a quick wipe. And I am going to use the same colour. And also, we might just pull in our mat to make it a bit easier to stamp on. And then I'm just going to randomly go around. Now, this probably needs a bit of re-inking. And I need to get a new re-inker because I don't actually have one. So we'll just have to go with, it's kind of lightish anyway because it needs re-inking, but that's okay. So we're mainly going around the edge because, where's my little piece? We'll have a piece that goes in the middle like this. So you want to see the cakes around it. So just have a look, see how it looks. Great. And then with a happy birthday. So with this one, I did actually do one on the side. So we can do that. Beautiful. And then we did the happy birthday. So it's a nice big stamp. There we go. Nice. And actually, I don't know if you can see, it wasn't anticipated, but I imagine everybody has used the middle of the ink pad a lot more. So it's a bit lighter and the outside's a bit darker. So you can actually see like a light and then the bottom layer is a bit darker. So that's quite a cool effect that we didn't anticipate. So in case, I don't know how you clean your stamps and things, but I like to use my stamping scrub. So I've got my stamping mist and I'll spray that in there and then clean that. So I've got mine marked with some cardstock there, blue for water, and then dry on the other side for the sun, and then it's nice and clean, ready to use. Saying that, we're probably going to use the same color, but there we go. So that was pretty quick and easy, right? The only problem is I'm getting a little bit of ink on me. So then we're going to glue that on, put that on, and then add some embellishments. So a very quick and easy card. And we're just sticking to a sort of monochromatic look. So you could choose different paper in the background. So this one was the celebration one. There's the bouquet one, which is in the catalogue. That is kind of colours, different colours as well. That would work well. And then let's get some dimensionals and put this down. And then if we add some embellishments, it's, yeah, quite a good card. And just like that. All right. So I'm using my Take Your Pick tool to pull these off. And usually I have highlighter so I can see if I've taken the back off or not. All right, I'm just going to bring it down a bit so I can see. Try and get it centered. Now for this one here, it's an in color, and I had some in color embellishments. I don't have any specific embellishments for this card, for this color rather, but I do like these here. They are the iridescent faceted gems. So we've got some bigger and smaller. So whether you want to put them because of the green on green, you'd get lost. I might actually put one up here, although that's part of the paper. It's annoying me slightly. So let's do that. So we'll put them kind of, I don't know, up here and maybe one down here. So these show up more on the, whoops, I'm too high. These show up more on the blue because they're a white color. Maybe it won't show up so much on white. So you can choose where you want to put them. But that was the first card, so number 1. All right, then the second card that I did was adding some more layers. So it's my card base. And I'm also going for the colored card base as well. The same size. So my first layer is 10 by 14.3, and then this one is 9.5 by 13.8. Okay, so even borders. So I want to stamp in the background. So this is a thank you. Do I have, where's my pack? Do we have the star, or have I put it away? Oh, looks like, oh yeah, here's my star. Okay, and I've got a thank you. Right, so we'll come back to my mat and we will again kind of random do it kind of near the edge of the paper. I should probably have some, and I'm paper behind. I'm turning it a little bit too, so they're not always the same angled stars, putting it on its side, that kind of thing. Now with the thank you, I might cut it a bit shorter, so I might decide I want another star either side, but we'll see. All right, let's ink this up. Just moving it around. I'll do it in the center. Whoops, we'll get it U, right, like that. I could put a star either side. Should we try that for something different? Then we don't need to cut it down. Like that. I don't know which is the right way. I'll just angle it like that. Sort of about the same height. Thank you, that's pretty cool. And then we are going to adhere those together. It's going to close up that ink pad so I don't get ink where I don't want. Okay, and then because I've used a coloured card base, I would put a white piece inside to write my message on, but we won't for the sake of time. All right. So I do like to add layers because it gives that sort of dimension and, you know, to the card. And I recently, for those who are my subscribers who get my newsletter, I sent out a, there was an offer of a guide that you could get with a whole lot of measurements for different size cards. All right, let's have a look. Who have we got watching? Any questions? Yes, Linda, I love the blue too. All right, so there we go. Then we're going to put that on with our dimensionals. And then I'm going to show you for the last card a way of just stepping it up even that much more. All right. So I do like, you know, fancy folds and cards that, you know, have all sorts of elements to them, but then sometimes you just want a quick, easy card. So yeah, so this Azure Afternoon is often a bit darker, but like I say, I need to get some more ink refill and re-ink my pad. I mean, it's still fine, but just not as dark as it could be. All right, let's add some bling as well. Let's just see if we add it on here, how much we see it, just as a comparison. That looks pretty good too. Okay, so there's our thank you. So the 2 layers. So this one, we've cut it short. We've got more of the background. This one, we've added a star either side. Okay, great. The third one, oops, there's an embellishment on the back. Let's get that and save that for later. Okay, so the third one was this one here, but I also stepped it up a little bit and did this. Okay, so if you notice, the border is a wider border, so it's like a centimetre difference in the piece, and then just a very 3 millimetre difference there. So we're going to start off with our normal card base. And then this is 9.5 by 13.8. And then this is just 9.2 by 13.5. And then you just get that nice narrow one. All right, so let's stamp some more cupcakes on our background piece. We will have to use the Azure Afternoon because the Versamark will be just too light. And we're going to add some color to our cupcakes. So let's do it. So, oops, we've got a dimensional bit in there. There we go. So I want to see a bit more of the icing part of the cupcake. Maybe some like so. All right, now this piece is going to be bigger that we're going to stamp on because we need room for our cupcakes. So just have a look at placement. There's a bit of a gap down here, so maybe we just want to fill those in slightly, like so. Now I'm going to work from the bottom up. So let me just show you that card so you can see what I did. I'm going to clean this very well using my stamping scrub. So I want to make sure that it's got no ink on it. And I'm going to start, I did crumb cake, but you can choose what you like. And what I'm going to do, can you see, is I'm only going to ink up the cupcake part at the bottom. And I'm going to start with the middle first, like so. I can see a slight shadow. Let me just clean it slightly more. It'll be covered with blue anyway, but I just want to make sure it's really clean. Okay, so then we want one either side, kind of evenly spaced, hopefully. Oh dear, I can see a bit of the brown. I did it much better when no one was watching. Okay. Oh, there we go. You can see something there. All right, then I'm going to come in with my blue. And we're only going to ink up the top half. Now, often I'll use markers to ink up part stamps. That works really well with the red rubber, but not so well with the photopolymer. All right, so just line it up where the lines are before and put it on. We've got slightly darker frosting on this one. Whoops, I went too low, so I'm just going to clean it and try again. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah. So I just want to get ink on the top part. I'm going to make sure this one is a bit darker because it's going to cover the brown that's already there. Hopefully. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. And then I'll come in, what did I make that? I made that happy birthday one. So we'll get our happy birthday stamp and we will do that over the top. Hopefully that's straight looking at this angle of the camera. Woohoo! Yay! Okay. All right, it's all going well. Let's just have a look. Okay, oh, it's good to see lots of you joining. I don't know what's going on my computer here. Something is showing up. So I'm hoping it's still okay. All right, there we go. So, I seem to have lost one of my cameras. Okay, can you still see me and hear me? Yep, cool. All right. Now it's just a matter of putting it together. But weren't they quick and easy? So you could have, you don't have to make them monochromatic, obviously. You could use, colored backgrounds. You could use some texture embossing, which is what I like, often on cards, but I haven't on these. But lots of possibilities. So there we go. And I just love just a little bit of blue, not blue, sorry, the little bit of white around the edge to make it sort of pop against the two blues. All right, now I do have one in here that I prepared earlier, just in case. All right, but I hadn't done the happy birthday, and then we're going to put that on. So there we go. And this stamp set has got some flowers and some leaves and a heart. If you have a look, see the cupcake, the flower, the star, the leaves, and the heart. So you could do all sorts of things and all sorts of cards. This is just, one idea. But I saw this and thought, oh, lots of possibilities. And then we'll add some bling to that. We will put it on the white this time because there's not so much blue around. Always odd numbers are good, I feel. There's one stuck to me. There we go. So let's have a look at what we have made. So we did the white base with one layer with the coloured card. Then we did one with the coloured base and a white layer, and then our paper. And then this one here where we have kind of changed it up with the size of the borders. So starting off, I would keep it nice and simple with those kind of layers and things. And then later on, once you get confident with that kind of thing, then you can step it up and vary it. So things like this, and then add like the two-tone colours and things. But you can quite easily get some nice cards with just that kind of effect. So let's have a look at the greens and the blues. What do you like? So there's the greens, can't quite see, and the blue. I'd have to say blue for me because blue is my favourite colour anyway. And sometimes Shy Shamrock didn't jump out at me as an in colour, but it actually looks quite cool in this paper. So there you go. What's your favourite? Let me have a look at the comments and things. Because for some reason I had to reload the page. So hopefully this has all gone okay. Yeah, they are quick and easy, bright and very effective. Yes, you're right, Elizabeth. Well, lots joining today, so that is very cool to have you all here. So hopefully you learnt some tips too about, so this one here is actually Versamark on the cardstock, but it shows much more than obviously on the patterned paper, or you can use same colour ink on same colour paper. Linda likes both. Fair enough. Very cool. All right, so like I said, that paper was from Celebration. So if I have a look in here, where is it? So if you spend $125, you can choose from like kits or fruit paper if you like that, stamp sets, or I'm going to show you an example with that soon. Another stamp set, toadstool paper, ribbon, stamps. Here it is here. Now, when you see that, you mainly see the flowers and quite busy patterns. But there are actually some colours, the Blackberry Bliss, the Azure Afternoon, and the Shy Shamrock, which are kind of a plainer background colour too. More stamps. Now this one is what we did last week. If you were here and you saw me do a watercolor background and I used the dies and the stamps from that one you do have to, because it's stamps and dies, spend $250 to get that for free. And then there's another stamp set with corners more involved in that. That's also $250. And then if you've ever been considering about becoming a demonstrator, I'd love for you to join my team. It's lots of fun. I've been a demonstrator over 12 years, coming up to 13. Learned so much, started off just as a hobby and, get together with a few people and make some cards. And now I do a lot more. Obviously, you don't have to do lives in a business like I do, but I chose to do that and I enjoy that. You can just, get it for yourself or get a few friends together, get the odd order. And as well as the starter pack, which costs $189, and you get $285 worth of product of your choice. You choose what you want in your starter pack. You can get some markers, 2 packs of markers, and the stamp set for free. If you've got markers already, you don't need them. You can, option 2 is to add an extra $57 of product of your choice to your kit. Obviously, that is great value. All good. So feel free to reach out to me if you would like to know more about that. I've got team members from all over New Zealand, from up north to down south, and we get together on Zoom and catch up and do card swaps and that kind of thing. And it's just neat to be able to connect with others and then get your products on a discount too. Awesome. So it's good to see. It looks like blue is slightly more popular, but they do both look nice. Yes, they're very easy to make. So if you're looking for a stamp set that you need some sentiments, then this is good. Obviously, they're not small sentiments, but you can still do a lot with your card and have these as well. So I mentioned I'll show you a couple of other celebration things, so I will quickly do that too. For coffee and cards, this week we made a card that used one of the stamp set. It used the picker pick a season one. So if you look at that, it doesn't look very exciting as such. But once you stamp the tree and the trunk and the leaves, and then put either flowers or eggs or hearts or leaves or whatever, you can make some cards like these, and they are very cool. So there's 3 of the different designs with the flowers and fresh freesia, the sort of maple leaf kind of thing, and then heart. So that's a cool one for Valentine's Day. And then we also made a card which involved the toadstools, which is a stamp set you can buy in the catalogue. But the papers I've used in the background are something that you can get from Celebration. So this was prepared for my, what do you call it? Paper share. These are some of the different papers that you can get from the toadstools, which you could get for free as well. So that's very cool. And I will just show you. So in one of the stamp sets in Celebration, there was a seagull, or seagulls, which didn't jump out to me. But as a team, we did a swap. And one team member, Jo, made this cool card. So she like watercolored the background and cut out the seagull and things. And I think it looks quite cool inside too. So let me just open it up. So it says, hey, and then mine. So a bit of masking in there. So that's very cool. So thank you, Jo, for that card. That's great. And then another team member, Lynn, made this one. So that's quite cool, like that postage image, and then just a thinking of you inside. So that's, all sorts of possibilities with that, with the, what do you call it? Seagulls. So lots of goodies. You've got till the end of the month to choose Celebration products if you purchase, or to join up and get the extra value items too. And then check out the mini catalogue, because that's got lots of new products. And lastly, if for some reason, sorry, trying to bend down here, if for some reason there's nothing in here that appeals, there are more Celebration items that have been added, and I know that's really hard to read. I printed it out, and I think the blue ink's gone from my machine because there's no blue in there. It should be. There are some stamp sets that are current, either online or in a catalogue, that you can get for free, which is amazing value. There's even some punches in a kit, and some dies, or tool dies that you can get for free with Celebration. So these are amazing deals, and these things will be carrying on for a bit longer. So there you go. Any questions? All right. So thank you. It's great to see. Thank you to my regulars. Let me just switch cameras. Where are we? So thank you to my faithful regular people that come each Thursday to watch my lives. I appreciate that. I know during the day is not always possible because of work and commitments and things, but I can just do it quietly without having to run around after my kids in the afternoon and evening. So, and it's nice to have a few extras today with it being Waitangi Day and a public holiday. So thank you for joining me. Now, if you can't regularly come and watch on a Thursday at 1:30, the recording is available. So of course you can watch the recording later. So thank you for being here. If you're not on my mailing list, please subscribe. Go to stampwithangela.co.nz/free. You'll get a free tutorial for a fun fold card, and then you'll be kept up to date with what's happening with product and exclusive tutorials and different things like that. So thank you for joining me. I hope you liked today's cards. I hope you learnt a few little tricks and things. Do you like making monochromatic cards? Is that something you do? So if you maybe you could try the layout that I did using some supplies you've got yourself, or if you would like to purchase that stamp set or anything else, please get in touch with me. All right, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we will see you again soon. Thanks so much.